A line of credit is a flexible method of borrowing money. Now, unlike a loan, the full amount is not borrowed up front. You could say it's much more similar to a credit card, where the borrower has access to a predefined amount of funds that can be accessed and used in a flexible manner. And this can be tapped into whenever, however, and if the borrower wishes to do so. Unlike a credit card, however, credit lines are offered at lower interest rates and also exclude any other fees that are usually associated with credit cards. Let's say a borrower borrows money and pays the whole amount back before using the full credit facility. They would still be able to access this full amount of credit regardless. The money borrowed can either be repaid immediately or over pre-specified time intervals. As a result, there can be multiple cycles of money being borrowed, repaid, and also borrowed again. The creditor will charge the interest rate on the credit line, typically at a variable rate. A line of credit is particularly useful when funds are needed for a large project, but the amount specifically needed is not known, or when there may be a shortfall in an individual's, company's, or government's income at time periods also not known. Now, if we take Sri Lanka, with the new $1 billion credit line that has come in, the government may not know when exactly it will run out of dollars to buy essential goods, or what type of goods will be facing shortages. Hence, the enactment of a line of credit instead of a specific loan. Certain inter-country lines of credit may be used for specific projects or imports, such as the $500 million import credit line that was agreed upon with India in February. In this case, it's not just Sri Lanka that benefits from this line of credit, it's also India that benefits from this. In the agreement, the government has stipulated that all goods being purchased from this credit line must be Indian imports. As with the borrowing of loans, it should again be noted that this is not free money. Even though the government of India is charging a concessionary rate of interest, it will add on to Sri Lanka's debt and interest repayment problem. As of 2020, Sri Lanka pays a staggering 71.7% of government revenue as interest for past loans, which is the highest interest to revenue ratio in the world. And this is also the reason why that Sri Lanka's debt problem is arguably worse than other countries which have a higher debt to GDP ratio. This issue has arisen largely from the downgrading of Sri Lanka's bonds to junk status. What this means is that investors charge a higher rate of interest to compensate themselves for taking on a higher risk. To stay updated, follow us on all our social media pages. For more videos like this, support us on www.support.advocata.org.